Hello everyone and welcome to the YouTube channel of BeingACCA. This is Tushita Gupta, ACCA affiliate.
I am Punya Agarwal, ACCA affiliate and one of the admins of BeingACCA.
Okay, so in this video we're going to be talking about our ACCA journey. We have received a lot of queries about our journey and we have compiled those questions together and here we are answering them together.
So let's begin. The first question someone asked us, when did you people began with your journey?
Okay, so it was Ashwani sir actually who told us about ACCA, and then in the beginning we were a bit skeptical as to whether we should pursue this course or not. So then we researched a little bit, found out about the merits and demerits, and there were a few factors which made us choose ACCA, and then eventually we set on our journey.
And yeah, I think we started with when we were in our first year of college and we were thinking should we continue or not. It was lockdown actually that time and we did half our ACCA and BCom in lockdown itself, and so that was, I think, a blessing if we would say that we were able to complete our papers very well in time as well, and we didn't face that many challenges in the beginning when we were doing it online with bachelors. So yeah,
Totally.
so next question is, how did you get to know about ACCA? So as Tushita mentioned, I used to get my tuitions from Ashwani sir. He used to teach me in 11th and 12th, and he told me about the same, and he was saying he was legit behind us to do it because he was so passionate about the same and telling us to do ki ACCA kar lo, it will be beneficial for you, it has so many benefits in the future. So we finally settled to it. Next question is, why did you choose ACCA over other professional courses?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, there were a few factors which made us choose ACCA over the other qualifications. The one thing that I love the most about this qualification is the flexibility that we get. We can choose whether we want to sit for an exam or not. If we want to sit, how many exams we want to sit for. If we are not well, we can take breaks, and this is the structure of the ACCA qualification, just the flexibility that it offers us. So this was one of the major reasons, and the fact that it has a global recognition excited me even more. I love to travel, I love to explore new countries, and going for a qualification that would help me have a global recognition was something that I was looking for.
Yeah, I think same with me. The flexibility part of it attracted the most to me because I'm somebody who cannot study a lot. Honestly, I cannot study a lot, and when I started with ACCA, I was thinking ki ho jayega, easy hai, but then obviously it's not that easy. But then you have to put like some amount of smart work with hard work, and I think you'll be good to go with that. So yeah. Next question is, how did you manage your bachelor's and ACCA?
Okay, so for the first half of it, we did not find it very difficult because college was online. We had online classes which we took on and off, and then for ACCA also we took all our classes online. All the exams that we have done, 13 exams full online, no going to classes physically. So I think the online bit helped us manage time better, and whenever we used to get some free time, we used to study for ACCA because honestly for BCom exams we only studied like a week before. So yeah, it was not that difficult, even though when college opened offline, it got a little difficult in the beginning when we were adapting to waking up early and then going off to college. Both of us had 1 hour commute one side to the college, so that was also that took us some time to adapt to. Otherwise it's just managing, prioritizing. That is all I would say.
Yeah, according to me, I think if you are doing something else also with ACCA, like we did our bachelor's and half of it went to online only, but then after that we actually had to go to college and give our exams also physically, and sometimes we had clashes also, like we had our BCom exams in maybe May and then we had our ACCA exam in first week of June, and sometimes in December we had like a exam clash also, like we had today we had like our bachelor's paper and then tomorrow we have ACCA. So I think to manage those types of situations, I think you should start early with your preparations of ACCA. Like if you have an exam exam in December, for example. So you can start with your ACCA preparation just after you're completing your completed your September attempt. For example, second week of September or third week of September. So that time you just have to give like an hour or so every day till the day of your exam to first complete your syllabus and then practice. So that way you'll be easily be able to manage your bachelor's if you're doing, then ACCA also, and obviously your social life, which is very important.
I even remember once that for June 2022 attempt, I was not able to attempt even a single exam because of the fact that BCom exams and ACCA exams were on the same date, so I could not sit for both of them. So yeah, these kind of things happen, but just do keep a check. DU date sheets are released well in advance of the ACCA deadlines, so keep in check for that.
Yeah. Next question is, any failures during your journey?
Okay.
I would like to take that up. I think throughout the 9 papers, like till the part qualified, we were part qualified till, we didn't face any failures as such. But I failed in my AAA exam in December last year, and it was like my first ever setback in my professional journey. Like even in my school, I didn't fail any exams, and it was like the first setback in my journey. And I was like कि let's give it up, कि छोड़ दो, क्या ये नौ पेपर कर लिया ना, बहुत है. But then I was thinking कि I have given my 2 years to this journey, to this course, and I have worked so hard, might as well give 2 more months to it and then see if the results are in my favor. So that time I was preparing for SBL, so I clubbed SBL and AAA together, and I gave in March. Honestly speaking, these 2 papers are maybe an underrated combination if you think so, because all of the things that actually the writing techniques of the answers in SBL can be used in AAA very well, I think, because the writing techniques, if you study SBL very well, like we did our SBL from Sir Hassan Dasani, and his techniques are really very good, so you can actually utilize those techniques in AAA to write down your answers. So I think if you are somebody who is left with AAA and SBL and want to do them together, you should go with them together. And yeah, that's all. Next question, how did you people prepare for the exams?
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we had only gone for online classes throughout our qualification. We enrolled ourselves at an approved learning provider, and we made sure that we were regularly following up with the lectures. We were on the track with the syllabus, and then we used kits obviously to practice. And then towards starting off the skills level, we got to understand the importance of the practice platform, and then we made it a habit to practice all our mocks and all the specimen exams on the practice platform itself. Otherwise, examiner report used to be very, very helpful. I even remember seeing exactly same MCQ with not even the values changed in one of my skill level exams. So that is the importance that examiner reports have. Am I missing anything?
No, I don't think so. If you're starting with your journey and you're in a knowledge level, I think, then you can, actually self-study those papers, because if you are from a commerce background, I think 70 to 80% of the syllabus is mostly the same, apart from F2, I think, the costing paper. Yeah. That's a little different, I would say, little different, not difficult.
Yeah, true.
So if you are somebody who is from a commerce background, then you can very well do the knowledge level by just self-studying and not actually taking such expensive classes.
Yeah.
So yeah. Next question is, what was the motivation?
Honestly, the credibility and the respect that comes with the profession. ACCA is well known all over the world. Recently, I was reading that we have received the award for Accounting Body of the Year, which is a huge thing, because considering there are so many professional bodies around the world, and then ACCA got this award. So yeah, there's a lot of recognition and respect that comes with the qualification. So that was a constant source of motivation. Apart from that, we had our friends and family constantly pushing us.
Yeah, I think same it was. Next question is exam experience.
Okay, so for a major part of my qualification, until 6 or 7 exams, rather 8 exams, I had remote exams. I was completely, giving my exams from home. At the beginning, it was a more feasible option due to the entire pandemic situation. When it started getting better, she told me that people were getting their results nullified and a lot of technical issues with the remote exams. So that is when we both actually went together for the center-based
I think
exams.
it was FM.
Yeah, it was with our FM exam, which was our last
Skill level.
exam, with which we started going to the centers. She was going before that also. So overall, the exam experience is good. It's a different thing, considering we have always scribbled on pen paper our entire life, and then it's a transition to a computer-based exam. So it might take you a little time to adapt to that, but give yourself that time, because we can't just simply transition without having some time. So yeah, that was
Yeah.
my exam experience.
Even my experience was little different. My experience was different than hers. In the starting, when I gave my remote exams, in my F1, which was my first ACCA exam, I had like technical issues in the remote exam, and I was like, what is this? Nahi dena hai mere ko. And then I gave my F3 exam, and usme bhi I faced a lot of technical issues. I don't know what was wrong, but then, and it was my birthday that day. So I was pissed like hell, and uske baad I haven't given any paper, any skill level, knowledge level, any paper remotely. I have gone to the center, given my paper, and then passed, because I think that is the feasible option also. If somebody asked me today if you should go with the remote exam, I would say no, please don't. Because firstly, there can be technical issues from your side, there can be technical issues from ACCA's side, and then sometimes all you think all went well and you gave your exam also, it's submitted also, and then on the result day it comes nullified, and you don't even get the money back, you don't even get your time back. The efforts you put, like the 3 months, just got wasted. So it's better that if you have a center nearby, you should always go to the center and then give your exams.
Even we used to travel like an hour or so to reach our center.
I think, but that's better.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question is our support system.
So this has got to be, for me, it was my grandfather and Ashwani sir. They were constantly behind me that, how much have you covered? Are you going on the right track for your preparation? So yeah, I would like to give them that credit. And apart from that, she has been my constant support, and mutually we have been supporting each other. We were so grateful that we got the opportunity to pursue a qualification with someone else by our side. She happens to be my best friend since 2012. It's been more than 10 years now, and it just feels to be so blessed that we got to be on this journey together, and then qualifying, coming out of it together. It feels surreal. So I think that when you have someone who's on the same path with you, and then you grow together, there was no jealousy, no competition of any sort. That is another plus point that ACCA has.
Yeah.
There's no competition. You do you.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that supported me a lot.
I think same. Ashwani sir was our biggest support. I would say I will give entire credit to him. He made us start ACCA. He made our journey easy. He helped in every aspect of it. And then of course I actually registered for ACCA, I think for 7 to 8 months back, before I actually gave my first exam, because I didn't have any motivation. I was like, ठीक है कर लेंगे, because it is an on-demand exam. So I was thinking कि अगले महीने I'll give next month. So but then when she started with me, that is when I actually became consistent with the papers, and then eventually we did qualify together. So yeah. Next question is, at any point did you feel like quitting? I did. When I failed my triple, I did think of it, but then I didn't. So I think that was a good choice that I made that time. Did you think of quitting?
Actually, I did not ever think of quitting. There were some instances where I found that the journey was getting difficult, but then we talked with each other and supported each other throughout the way. So I think that having someone with you becomes a very good thing to have, because whenever you feel low, the other person would be there to pick you up, and when the other person feels low, you would be there to pick them up. So
Yeah, of course. So somebody asked us, why do we celebrate small successes? Like after every paper, why do we celebrate it?
I think it's very important to celebrate those small
Yeah.
successes that come along the way. I remember that since we appear for our exams together, we after giving the exam also we used to have our meal together. After just coming out of the center, we used to go, okay, like we need to get our heads straight and then just let's have a meal. And even when the results come, we both used to be there with each other, like we were not together, but like through text we would since we had sleepless nights, so we would be texting each other constantly that are you awake, what are you thinking. We all were scared, right? So right after the results came out, we always used to celebrate. And I also remember that when she had stuck in her AAA exam, we still went out.
Yeah.
Because it is important to keep your mental health in place for you to function professionally well.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's very important.
Yes.
Whenever we have small milestones, even on our Instagram page, although we do not do it for the numbers, but then it feels good when we find out that our effort is reaching to so many people out there. So we do celebrate small successes, and I think that everybody should do that.
Yeah, same. Okay, lastly, our advice, what would be our advice to people who are just starting now, or maybe they are struggling in their journey?
Would you like to take that?
Yeah, I think the only advice I would give is that please be consistent with the qualification. If you have thought, if you have, if you are thinking to do ACCA, you would have some motivation and you would have thought कि हाँ इसलिए करूँगी या करूँगा. You would have that milestone that I want to become an ACCA affiliate, or I want to join this company and serve the foreign clientele or something like that, right? So the only advice I would like to give is please be consistent. If you are facing any issues in your journey, do consult somebody who is there, who have experienced the same, maybe who is an ACCA affiliate, a member, a tutor, a guidance, anybody in your family also, if you are facing these issues. So the only thing I would say is be consistent and have the motivation to stand up if you have failed in any exam. And you can always contact us through our Instagram page, which is BeingACCA. You can message us and we will always help you. Even if you need us on call, you can also say ki I need some guidance, please can we talk a bit. Obviously we are there on Instagram just because of this. We are not there to make a business out of it or something out of it. We're just there to help our community and build our community, because when we started our ACCA, we didn't had anyone except us, except Ashwani sir, nobody else. So we do need guidance in some point of in our lives. So it's okay to ask for help. So
yeah, I would also like to add the fact that what I learned, the biggest lesson that I learned from my ACCA journey is the fact that everything is manageable if you divide it into small chunks. We divided our preparation for all exams. We used to plan it out. We had our planners. So we used to divide things, and everything is doable when it is small. So just whenever some task seems very huge to you, just try to divide it and try to do it in bits and pieces. That way you will slowly and gradually do it, and you won't even get to know that you achieved such a great feat. So yeah, with this I think we are wrapping up. You can let us know in the comments down below what you want us to do next, and we'll catch you in the next one.